Hello everyone, this is GROBELNA from Zero Project, and we're here at the Zero Project Conference 2024 at another fireside chat session. And this time, I'm very happy to introduce my colleague, who is a fellow, a special fellow, I would say, Scanning Solution Fellow Raul from the Foundation Saraki. Can you introduce yourself and your foundation?
Yes, thank you very much for the opportunity to be here. Saraki Foundation starts like 30 years ago in Paraguay, South America, as a theater group of persons with intellectual disabilities to protest against their parents because they didn't have the same rights than their sisters and brothers without disabilities. So Saraki always like the, to work through the rights of persons with disabilities. And right now we are here with a project that I will explain you soon.
Thank you so much. But you are teasing me. What project are you selecting to present here? Tell me more about it. What is it?
Okay. We are here because of the In-Dashboard, which is a platform for any international human rights treaty body to receive and collect information from governments and from civil society in a disaggregated manner. Because now all the human rights treaties are receiving all the reports in 200, 300, 400 pages documents in Word or PDF. So that's make the information not really available. So what we made was a software, and we already are using it with the Convention on Disabilities of the Organization of American States. They are already using since the last year as the only way to receive information from governments, and they are really receiving a lot of value from it. So now with everything we learned from them last year, we want to take to other human rights conventions because it makes a huge difference to have the information available that anyone from civil society, from the press, from government can access that little piece of information that you need with a little clicks and a few clicks and using filters. Because what happened now is that the information is not really available, so civil society cannot influence with evidence. So, and if you don't have evidence, you cannot influence anything. And even the treaty bodies, they cannot do very good recommendations to the governments because they don't really access the information.
Yeah, if you could explain that a little bit to me and the other viewers. When you are saying that the information is not available, is it like not in the open source, or is it data that only the governments have, or how does that work?
I will put you an example of one of the Organization of American States treaty, which is the economic and social rights. They have 714 indicators, over 700 indicators. There are over 25 countries reporting. And there are only 7 experts that they need to analyze how the over 25 plus countries are performing in 700 plus indicators. And the countries report the information in a PDF document. So how can anyone will be able to analyze 700 indicators in a PDF document? So that's made on purpose, so the information is not available. So what our software does is we create with the treaty body the questions and the data, the indicators and the metadata information, and then the treaty body sends to each government a password to have access to the platform. So they start uploading the information piece by piece. So the information, once that the government upload the whole thing, is all available in real time for everybody. Because right now, in the most of the cases, the information, that those PDF reports are not available for civil society until 2 to 3 years after the report. So now, it's not only that you can access in real time, but also exactly what the piece of information that anyone needs using filters. That's the huge difference. And I will tell you one huge value add that this software is doing in the Organization of American States for the quality of the public policies that are going to be happening in the next years. Before this software, and because they have PDF reports, they will send one country report to 3 experts, the PDF, and they will say, please analyze this country report and make your recommendations. So every country will receive recommendations only from 3 experts because they didn't have other way to do it because the information was in PDF reports. Now, because of the information is all disaggregated in a database, they are asking their 50 experts to analyze all the information in every country related to the expertise of each expert. So the experts, they don't need to go over information that is not related to their expertise issue, but they will be able to go over more countries because they won't need to read a 300 pages report. They will only read a few indicators related to their expertise, and they will be able to make great recommendations because they are going to be recommending in their expertise issue. And also, every government is going to be receiving recommendations from 50 experts and not for 3. So that will bring us, after this year, much more quality and quantitative recommendations. And because the countries tend to follow up the recommendations, that will mean better public policies for people with disabilities.
So what you are really presenting here is an efficient tool for evidence-based advocacy. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. And also, not only for advocacy, but even for the committees, they will be much easier for them to analyze and to propose and to even for following up recommendations from the before periods. And so, and where are we going now? Now we want to go, we are searching for partners because we want to go now. We are offering this software for free for any treaty body from other rights because we want to go for the intersectional information. We want to see how are treating the other conventions to the persons with disabilities because everything is intersectional. I mean, a person with disability in any country is receiving pressure in an intersectional way. They don't receive like, today I'm going to receive a problem in my woman case. Or, I mean, the problems are intersectional, so the solutions must to be intersectional. So, but right now, without this information disaggregated, it's impossible to think in an intersectional study of every report. That's why we want to go there. We want to have an interconnected database with all the reports, so the committees from each treaty can work together in doing intersectional recommendations to the governments.
Okay, but clear that up with me. I think that there are already institutions or NGOs who are doing such reports with the limited data that they have. So what difference to those kind of institutions your tool makes? Will it be free or open source? How can they use it?
The software is open source and free. We want everyone to use it because we know that if the information is available and the information is interconnected in a database, it will be transparent, and the transparency will bring better things to everybody. Because when I say intersectionality, that's good for people with disabilities, but that's good for all the groups, because once that the disability treaty body finds what's going on with the disability, how the other conventions are treating the disability issue, if they are really avoiding like a transversal issue, that's reciprocal. Every one of the other rights are going to also be able to collect or to analyze information from their rights in the other conventions. So this is a win-win-win situation that we are offering. And when you have transparency of information, everything starts to move, because the countries, they don't want to be in the spotlight, knowing that they are doing bad things. But now, with the way things are working, no one really seeing much of what's going on, or of what they are doing or what they are not doing, because all the information they are reporting, but they are reporting in a way that the information is not really accessible.
So it's not accessible, sometimes it's out of date. If you can think about in a way reaching to those institutions, to those partners, what is your final word to them to make them feel that they want to partner with you, want to use the platform? How would you approach them?
It's a free platform. It really adds value. Whoever wants to know more about it, just contact me, and I will make you talk to the people from the OAS, and they will tell you how this is adding value. And let's work together, because all of us want a better world, and this platform is a very cost-effective way to make change happen.
Thank you so much, Raul. Just a shout out to everyone, because Raul is not only here at the fireside, but he will also be at the session that will introduce all of the Scaling Solutions fellows, and he will be also making a presentation with his colleague about this exact tool. Am I right?
Yes, we are very happy. This is the fourth time that Saraki is collecting a Zero Project Award, because everything we do it with a lot of passion, and so I think that's the way to do things, with a lot of passion, because you want to move things, you want to make changes, and the change won't happen by their own. You need to be part, and we really want to partner with other people that can be interested in transparency of information, in accessible information, because together we can work in a more synergic way. And I really appreciate the opportunity to be here, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Only together we can really build a world without barriers. Thank you.
Thank you.